Honestly,
I'm
Kendrick is
nervous
all on
about
you.
it.
Kendrick, we need you. Hip hop savior.
We got to get out of here.
Creative family, welcome back to another episode of Creatively Speaking. Shout outs to y'all out there in the group chat. I am one of your hosts, Cook. Happy to be here.
Yay! Hey y'all, it's Kadeja back again. So excited. Yes.
J-Law here, back, creatively speaking. Let's get rolling. I'm excited.
And you did looked at me again. Like, wow,
Yeah,
like
again.
on the run back. It's crazy. So first and foremost, how y'all been, friends?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I've been in this wave where I'm exploring my creativity, doing whatever, feels good. So I just launched a reaction channel, which is a new thing that I'm really, really excited about watching on YouTube. People watching shows, people watching movies that I love. So I started one with my amazing friend Mac. It's called Butter Popcorn. Please tap in, watch some shows with us. We're watching Paradise on Hulu, which is
gotta see the last episode. Don't spoil it.
And we're also rewatching Harlem, but we're gonna be watching a whole bunch of things. So yeah.
Wait, did you finish Harlem already?
No, we watched one episode and was like,
Oh, you just started.
All right,
whoa.
never mind.
Yeah, we
That's
watched
lit.
Because I was
episode
going,
1, season 1.
I was gonna have a conversation about how that ended, but then take your time.
I've heard mixed reviews.
We don't gotta do it while you
I
have
mean,
it.
I don't know if
wanna
I'm really
ruin your
gonna
reactions.
stay. I don't know if I'm gonna
Really?
stick around.
What? How do you feel about it after episode 1? I guess we should watch a reaction, huh?
Yeah, facts. But I mean, it's something I would watch. It's not nothing that really moved the needle for me personally. Like the writing was okay. I didn't really feel like it was like fall out my chair funny, as well as like a storyline that I've never seen before. So I don't know.
I've got gripes.
I felt the way with the first episode. You got to keep watching it.
Okay, so stay tuned to the reaction
Yeah.
channel. Yeah.
But can you explain how the reaction channel works? Are you looking at a screen? Are they watching you or?
Yeah, so that was a whole nother thing that we had to figure out together. With OBS, you can record the screen. So we're watching it on a computer with Amazon, whatever platform. So you're recording the screen as well as recording yourself reacting. And then on the back end, I'm the editor. So I'm doing layering it on top, overlay with the, you get the gist. You get the gist. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And in Paradise, I got to get back on. Yo, have you watched Paradise?
I haven't.
I know you're not a TV type of dude.
Is it worth it though?
You should watch it. Well, it's about to be over, so you might as well wait until the whole season is out. But it's 5 episodes out now. You should really watch it.
How many episodes are supposed to go to?
7.
Oh, really?
Got you.
It's one of those shows that I'm interested how they would continue it beyond one season. But
I feel like they're, after this recent episode, they're like dragging it out. Okay, so also y'all audience, Paradise is a show that's on Hulu starring Sterling K. Brown. Really, really great show. I don't know how to share without giving it away, but it's an awesome show.
It's a utopia type of story.
Well, that gives away the end of the first episode.
I mean, in general, I feel it.
We're trying not to spoil it. But anyway. You're saying
it's the plot.
Yeah, I think they're kind of dragging it out to the point where like I could see a season 2. Because if it's wrapping in 7 and 2 to 3 more episodes, I could see how we're dragging.
What other shows are y'all into, if any?
Mine was Harlem.
Okay.
I'm not a big TV guy, so that was the one that I was really watching.
Same. I'm like, it has to be worth my time. So Paradise is the only thing that I'm really like tracking at the moment.
Yeah, I got a list.
Run it down.
So
I'm curious.
I watched Harlem, finished that. Paradise, I'm 1 episode behind. I keep up with the show Found on NBC, Peacock. That show is based in DC, and it's a black woman that's actually looking to find missing minorities. Pretty much is the gist of it. There's a show called High Potential. That is just a really smart person that's helping the FBI. I have like such a eclectic just range of TV shows. But if there is there any other ones that I'm like, nah, you gotta watch? Nah, not right now.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of those network cable TV shows are kind of like predictable storylines.
Like if someone were to ask me what's something that they should start with, Arcane is a fire show. Like that's on Netflix. It's an animated one, but I mean just writing and visualization is pretty fire. And then if I were to say another show that's worth getting into, I would say there's nothing on top of my mind actually right now. So
there you go.
Streets to say it.
There you go.
Facts.
I'm gonna go home and be like, dang, I should have said that one. It's all good.
Are y'all when y'all watch TV? Are y'all multi-purpose type watcher, or do you have to sit down and watch?
That's why a lot of things that I watch is kind of like passively watching. And that's why I watch a lot of YouTube. And then things that I'm actively watching on TV shows and stuff is like I have to stick to one thing. Like that's why Paradise has me locked in. And anything else I'm kind of like passively watching because I have shit to do. So
yeah, I actually dive into shows because it's educational to me. It's literally like I look at writing like shows like The Office or Parks and Rec. Like it's another POV on life, so I do like following and keeping up with the plot. So yeah, I do kind of get drawn into the shows a bit. That's also one of my problems, probably.
Oh, you spend so much time watching TV?
I spend a lot of time, but it's also why I think I have a really good mind to create shows and series.
Yeah, but that's also like your
it's
your
research
shtick.
Yeah, it's like research for me. So like, hey, how does
that
this
make you
work?
feel better?
Yeah, right. That's why I scroll so much. That's why I have 9 hours worth of screen time.
Yo, we do what you do, painting?
Yeah.
Over here judging.
We listen and we do judge.
We definitely judge. Law, what's popping in your world?
This past weekend, I just had the opening for Black History Month exhibit that I'm showcasing at Maryland Live Casino at Arundel Mills. So that was great. Got to meet the SVPs of the casino, explain my work to them. Hopefully they buy it before the month is out. But it was just great, to be in that space. Like you were just saying with TV, being in those spaces, I always do my homework of like how they set up the show. They did an exquisite job. That probably was one of the best shows that I've been in terms of how they presented the work. The presentation, the showcasing, and everything. So it was a dope experience. My mom came out too, so it was great to just see her, and it's like take your mother to work day. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
so
such a flex.
She don't really get to see my work like when I'm working on it. So when it's the final product, it's always like a
got to
show and tell.
Up,
exactly.
drink champagne, rub elbows.
I was about to like make a whole joke, and then here he goes on the mom part.
Lord have mercy. What was the joke?
Right? Nah. I was just gonna say if any of you guys might be avid watchers or followers of the show, this was the show that J Law said he was gonna invite us to.
We did not go. We were not invited.
We weren't invited. But nah, I think
it was reasoning though.
Nah.
I had the finesse to even get my own mother in there. So sorry, I'm choosing her over y'all. But it's all love.
It's cool.
It's fine.
It's all love.
We'll let it fly.
Is this something that you've seen yourself doing when you started artistry, or
nah?
Yeah. What was your dreams when you came to this?
It was just like doing my own artwork and selling it. So like me doing something with my own hands, own idea, 100%, and then somebody buying it was like the top of the top that I can get to. But being in these spaces, it's like you can't plan for it, but it's one of those things where you appreciate it because it's like, damn, look how far I came to be in these spaces. So.
And it's a whole nother like side of the art game that some people never get to see. So
no, exactly.
Super dope.
And it's like an underworld that you really don't know unless you're really in it. You know what I mean? So it was dope. It was definitely a dope experience.
Sound like a nice TV show to me.
Back to the TV.
Hey, life is a TV show. I mean,
facts.
we think about it. I mean, make it at least get some character development.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in my world, guys, I have recently became a founding member of Black Golf Club here in DC.
Okay, Tiger.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Being a part of this club. Shout outs to Johnny Bailey, for organizing this organization, I guess to say. And then on top of that, like just the network of people, like, the Black professionals who are a part of it, whether they're beginning and learning or, experience, like they've already put meetups for us to kind of connect. There's actually a golf club fitting that I want to go to, but it's the same day as the TV1 event that you guys are invited to. Inboxed in there. But overall, like I'm already just excited by like the potential of finding new courses in the area, getting my golf game better. Actually, shout out to my cousin Irvin Fryer. I would say Bubba, but I mean that wouldn't mean much to most. But shout out to my cousin because he actually created a 12-week workout program based on golf, and so I've been doing that for the past several weeks now. And so like I really find this to be my year of leaning into it because a lot of my cousin Calvin plays baseball. Like my other cousin, my brother and all them plays sport still. I'm like, yo, I need something active as an adult, and so golf is becoming that. And I realized what my other joke was going to be was the it was Law
Moving
had
on.
it was Law had
setting up your own joke is nasty.
It's not a joke. It was giving credit. It was giving credit. I was giving credit because Law dropped the word of the pod when he said exquisite. I'm like, I was like, oh,
okay,
this is what we used it now. So thank you. That was the callback because he said
made
it.
My ears perk up when he said it.
I was like,
okay,
look who using the word of the day.
Art gallery and got him some new words for the niggas.
Oh, got that from the SVP.
Exquisite lighting in here.
Keep that in the pocket. That was the callback, and it was still
beautiful,
funny.
beautiful.
Dicks.
Y'all, please, some coof.
Sorry.
I have a question. How often do you golf? I'm just curious.
So I really only golf when the weather's warm.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And it is very infrequent. That's why I'm looking forward to this because I need more structure. But typically every year, like at least 4 to 5 times.
And I hear like golf is like the business play where you don't know who you're gonna run across, meet, and a certain type of people golf. I don't know what that means, but
yeah, no, and transparently for those who haven't or interested, one, I think it is good. Like I definitely think we should do an outing in this warm weather. I'm down. I don't know.
I'm down to drive the golf cart
and
drink.
That's fine.
That's
fine. We can do all that part. But yeah, I mean, because you are out there for a few hours, so it does give you time to like flush out conversation, get to know people.
Yeah.
It's an easy icebreaker and kind of a way to just build with people. That's
Gotcha. What's your best score?
I can't say that. It's a terrible score.
All right.
We get too personal.
Founder.
More like finding his way.
So, friends, today on the podcast, we are talking about the aforementioned. Damn, I can't get my intro off. We're talking about Kanye West. We have all witnessed the downfall of one of our greatest producers, artists of our time, and we're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about it through a creative lens. Everybody's giggling.
The topic.
The topic is crazy.
I want to see how you land this because you are doing a good jump
I'm
right
really
now.
trying
I'm waiting to see
land it, but
I'm land in a politically correct way.
I'm trying to give the people like a non-biased introduction to what's going on. He has, at the time of this recording, he was tweeting for probably the record of tweets. He has said things that I can't repeat on this podcast for reasons that I don't want to get blocked, but he said he was a Nazi. He's selling things with swastikas on it. So yeah, y'all, what are we feeling about Kanye? How do we go from here? And the bigger question is, have we seen any creatives kind of just ruin their entire empire like this before? Yeah.
To that last point, I don't think anyone to this degree. Well, wait, no. Let me step back.
Puff Daddy?
That is exactly what jumped right into my mind as soon as I said that. So let me walk that one back. But let me just focus on Kanye because I will not say Ye because Ye was given to him by the culture after years of just killing the game. But I let me just preface this by saying, as someone who was heavily impacted, we talk about my music history in this game. Like Kanye definitely was one of the first people to show like you didn't have to be street to get into rap, right? Mm-hmm, and at that level and tier. So it's always a tough conversation when you look at, I don't want to say not an idol at all, but like just inspiration and like see that inspiration and move in a way that's just tainted. It's almost like I have to now distance myself or it could ruin so much of my just trajectory of coming up. So that's personally where I am with just to start this conversation. But Law?
Yeah, I think it just goes to the fact that it's only so long you can separate the art from the artist or the person. You know what I mean? And we've known what we hold on to of what we've seen from Kanye from his first album for years after that and what he's provided. But not even that, like even stepping into the different space of the fashion industry, like the sneakers and, the clothing and things like that. And I kind of always wonder, like, the shoes that he came out with, I really wasn't a fan of his clothes, but like the shoes that he came out with were just so different at the time and I liked them. And I'm like, do I like them because Kanye came out with them, or do I really like them? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
And
you
can't
never separate that.
You're never gonna know. You know what I mean? Because even, all this different variations and the colors, it's like he really had a mind. He was like before his time, and I think we don't give him enough credit. He gets credit for that, but it's only so far you can put value on that, separating it from the person and the things that he's saying. Like, if the person gonna show you who they are, that's who he is. And
I think this really leads to the quote, die a hero, live long enough to become a villain. Like, he's created his own villain arc though. And that's
the thing when you say become the villain, but like, no, he's done it to himself. You know what I mean? It's not like it was casted on him from other people. It's like it's under his own, premonition. And I think from that standpoint, it's like, is there ulterior motive to this? Like,
I think that he always does this crash out. This is like a marketing scheme for him at this point. It's like, all right, I have music coming out. Let's see how hard I can make everybody hate me and talk about me, to ramp up sales. And this time he's gone too far. I feel like we're finally gotten to the end of the road where it's like, okay, at this point, at one point before this particular time that he crashed out, like the last time, it was kind of like, okay, you're uncancelable. I don't even know if that's a word, but you're beyond being canceled. Like, people are listening to you regardless of what you're saying. At this point, it's kind of like, we have to do something. You have to get your Squarespace taken away. You have to, you can't be on Twitter anymore, Kanye. Like, you're doing way too much.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's harmful to not only yourself, but everyone around you. And I feel like we need to apologize to Kim Kardashian. Everybody was sad. Everybody was pissed off that she was keeping them kids away from him at one point in time. Now I'm like, I get it, girl. I get it, sis. If he was imagine what he was doing behind closed doors. If this is what he's putting on Twitter, imagine what he's saying day to day.
I mean, and real quick, but you saw the thing that he said about his son being a bully?
No, I couldn't keep up with everything.
He sat down with, I guess, his LaBoy.
Justin LaBoy.
Justin LaBoy, who,
that's a real person?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The memes he put on IG be funny. They do be funny.
Justin LaBoy.
Yeah, you gotta follow him. He be cooking sometimes, but that's another story for a different day.
But he was just like, Kanye was like proud of his son, like kicking other kids or bullying other kids. Like, yo, you a bully. Like, so
I didn't see that.
I say that to say,
Christ.
yeah, them kids shouldn't be near him. Yeah. But I think this goes back to what you said on one of the previous pods about like just the difference of classism, right? Because you watch the documentary Genius that he did.
Amazing documentary, by
which
the way.
was, I mean, honestly, like I thought that was going to be the turning point to the returning of him and his like artistic directory.
Oh yeah.
But it feels like, to your point, it's now shock value and my name is out there. No press is bad press because of the financial status that I have. I don't have too many consequences that meet me in real life, right? Yeah. Like, cancel me on Twitter, you deactivate my account for 30 days, I'm back next month and we pop it. Yeah. Like, there are no consequence. He hasn't seen any repercussions for his actions in real life. And so there is an absolute disconnect with that. However, what I don't think he realizes is the damage that he is doing to his own legacy and to his own just creative brand is detrimental to an entire class of creatives. Like, there's going to be so many people who are going to point to the board and say, this is why we can never do this again, because look at what we did when we lifted up this person.
Damn it, Kanye.
And it sucks that, I mean, let's be, real. Like, sometimes when you're the only black person in the room, you realize, I represent a lot more people. When you're in that space the other night, I don't know color, I don't know artists, but you realize, like, I'm here representing the people that couldn't make it here for me, right? And so for someone to be in that stature, someone to be in that position with that much creative power, it's like, what's the point?
I feel like Kanye was never. Let me take that back. I was gonna say, like, I feel like Kanye was never like a representative for the people. I don't know when we switched time frames and he just completely fell off the rails. When was the last time y'all really tapped in? Yeah.
You said what?
When was the last time y'all really tapped into
and even
Kanye
album? And now, granted, I do not know that. I don't want to experience that, like, that process. No. Like, I can't imagine what he went through with that.
Yeah.
But sir,
This ain't it.
How many years has it been? And there's not been enough therapy heal. Like you
Got all the money in the world.
dog. Like nah.
Let him tell it.
But yeah, I think that's a personal thing, and we can't speak on that because we don't know who he is. So, but you kind of do think is it more beyond an intentional move? Is it really mental or something that he can't control? I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, it's people all over the place that got bipolar disorder,
but
it's a ton of them that they ain't going on there talking about they a Nazi.
But I think the difference is the influence that he has. It could be people doing. You don't know what people really are doing. There's so many people in this world. You don't know if people are lashing out like that. They could be, but he has so much influence. He has a platform. Yeah. He has a platform where you have some type of responsibility. So it takes even more effort for you to, I hate to say act, but like operate in a certain way when you have people behind you and people that you unintentionally or intentionally represent.
There's some truth to that, and there's also understanding of two parts, because I understand that side of it when you're looking at it from a standpoint of, this is someone who, one, not a lot of people believed in him up front. Like, he's always had to oversell himself just to prove that he was who he was creatively, right? So he's always had this
I have to prove myself.
Not even like just this there's a certain disconnect that you have to have, and I'm sorry I can't find the word right now, but a detachment from reality where you don't believe beyond what anyone else is saying, because what you bring to life, you've said it, seen it, done it when everyone else said it wasn't.
And
that's a good point.
Yeah, I think any of the greats have to have a certain level of detachment from reality in order to execute on the level. Yeah.
Yes. So with that, to have that success to that point of it, the mother situation, there's so much grace in that place for what that looks like, right? Yeah. But then there's the situations with the Virgils, and now you're talking about Virgil as if that wasn't your right hand man. Like, there's just so much where, yes, people didn't believe in you before, but you've gotten the awards. You've stood up. You've done all the things that, who before him? No, it was, to our last conversation, Pharrell, as far as like one of them artists that get the multiple brands and deals, and then it was Kanye. Yeah. And what have you to obtain all of that, to now be putting out Super Bowl commercials where you just got a grill in your mouth, selling T-shirts for $20 for that are just inconsiderate. Like, one, I block Kanye 100% because it to Law's point, I rather keep the art than keep the person. That's kind of what I rather do. The art dangerous. But the art also has a limit. Like, I probably stop at like My Beautiful.
I was about to say, what was the last album that y'all really tapped into what Kanye was giving? Because I'm hearing and I'll say honestly, I haven't listened to anything.
Mine is Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo, okay.
Which is a long time ago.
I'm about to look at his catalog just to see, because I don't want to lie to you.
The Vultures came out.
I wasn't there for that one. He got that.
And there's, albums that he came out with when he had, one or two songs that I liked, but you could see the sound change as like the times has went on. So it's like, I don't know if I'm just stuck at how I was introduced to Kanye and I just didn't like the sound anymore. Or is it more of attaching him to the art because of the person that he is too? I think both.
Life of Pablo was the last one that I dove into, but I would say if I were to look back at the catalog and what I'm cool with after is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Same.
I'm cool after that.
After that album.
Everything else is like.
After that, you don't exist.
Okay, great.
You don't exist.
And the crazy thing about Life of Pablo is, I think it's a run through straight album, but he says some crazy shit on there, and it's like, it's just a start.
It's always been there underneath the surface. Another thing that I wanted to bring up in this conversation is how, yes, Kanye is so far on the spectrum of what I'm about to bring up, but a lot of our OGs in that same age group are doing crazy things. Take the 50 Cents. Take the Snoops. Like, people are written, take the Nellies. People are crashing out in that age range, and I want to know thoughts on that.
I think when you're not used to something, and I could be wrong, when you're not used to something, or something dies off, and then a new, opportunity or new attention comes, it's like, I don't know how to handle it.
That's what I think is happening. I feel like a lot of our OGs don't know how to handle the attention that Kendrick Lamar and this Drake situation and like rap in general, where everybody's unanimously saying, oh, he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the time, it's always like a conversation. Oh, who's next up? Let's see who's in this class. Now it's like, no, he's the guy. Give him the things. And niggas are having a time.
Yeah. I think in that industry, you gotta know that the window is limited. You
right?
gotta know.
You would think.
Yes, I agree with you both. I also think that a lot of them are realizing that they miss so many opportunities to make money because of the digital era that's now full, right? And so, like, I think that there is a lot of them that are trying to navigate that digital world, because to them, when they first really popped, they looked at it as corny. Like, oh, you want to? Nah, I don't do those. I don't do the tiki talks. I don't do the, I don't do all that, right? Like, but you see the. I mean, you look at these streamers, numbers that they're doing, things that are happening, and you're like, I've missed. Like, there's more out there for me, and I don't know what anyone's financial space is. I never count pockets. I can't. Right. You know what I mean? As far as 50 crash out, I mean, is it a crash out if that's who you've been since day one?
I'm gonna say, I mean, 50 Cent just been that.
Yeah.
Like
that
nigga.
He. Yes. From mixtapes, he's been 50. Feel bad for Meech, but also I wanted another BMF. So right. 50, you hurting the people, like that don't got nothing to do with us.
So what did he do? Break that down for the people.
It was just
messy.
Long story short, messy situation. Rick Ross helped Big Meech, the original Big Meech, out with some type of financial.
The original Big Meech.
The real Big Meech.
Some type of financial situation. And 50 was like, oh, bet, I'm cutting you off in your whole bloodline. Pretty much like his son, who was Meech on the show.
Cancel BMF?
50 took a screenshot of him, like, I don't know what Meech said, but 50 caption was like, what next season?
See, basically was explaining the situation, saying that they were helping Big Meech get on his feet until the next season. And, Ross and 50 season. Beef. So 50 Cent said, what next season?
Jesus Christ.
50, please
the
put out that
men
season.
are petty. You think women are petty? The niggas have been petty.
He might be top 5 petty.
Top
Absolutely.
5 petty.
But
you gotta pray again.
You sounded exhausted in prayer.
Gotta start
we
praying
don't.
again.
Nah, you good.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah. So. But what I was going to say is, I think that that class also, again, pockets aside, not counting that aside, they have to understand, like, there is a way to just kind of maintain their mystique that they have. They don't have to give us as much to try to activate this. Like, sometimes it's just who you are and what you produced in this world.
Facts.
But to feel like you have to come and play the young person game, like, this is why personally, and I can't speak to anything outside of the art consistently. That's why I'm a big fan of Jay-Z, because he gave me the art and got out the way.
And
like,
went to go do some other things.
His life was always, I think, and this is also my problem with a lot of artists that I'm starting to find, even with the Bruno conversation we previously have. I don't like when artists don't seem like they can grow up. Like, they have to be a part of the lit life to be active. And you don't. Like, you can evolve. Like, you shouldn't want to be in the club forever. I'm not married, I don't got kids, but that would be the goal at some point, to get out of all of this. Like, if you're still in the club, still in the streets, past a certain point, like, that's gotta be exhausting. Even if you do get all the free bottles.
And it starts to get sad too. Like, the whole that anyway.
No,
it starts to get sad.
I mean,
it looks sad.
But let's call that for what it is. There is a season for that. Leave that for the 20-year-olds. Like I've had a club phase. I could still pop up, and again, I'm bougie when I go places, but I also have an understanding that this isn't life. That's why I made it my job that if I'm going to go to a festival or something, how do I work there? How do I get paid to be at those places?
Because otherwise,
what we doing?
Right.
What are we doing in general admission? Let's talk about it. What am I really doing in general admission?
So I really think that there does need to be, and I think that there needs to be some more, like, how athletes go through, like, a training camp, or like when they get drafted, like, there's some sort of training on what to expect when you're in the NBA. Old heads need to learn what to expect from the internet. Because this is a different world. Like, they need a crash course as why you don't do things. Hey, like, yes, that does work for you in the moment, but here's the here's the
they need
response.
a PR manager is what they need,
and they have it. I'm guessing.
Exactly.
I don't know. It seems like
in terms of the bigger conversation that I want to have, forget Ye, because again, that young man is out of my mind.
It's really no words that we
can
say.
It
really.
is separate. How do we, to your point, like, separate, or where can we separate the art from the artist? Is there ever a point? Because to that same conversation of the person who also is further along getting canceled than Ye above, that last project that he put out, there were a lot of other artists that were impacted by that. That now do they got to just take the laws? Personally, I think that the court, if we're going to set laws, since Mr. I sign everything off and get everything done right now wants to put laws into place, I think there needs to be a law.
I like that. That was funny.
Like, I think there needs to be a law that once you commit to a certain thing, all of your royalties or anything that you own to that is now vanquished to either a subsidy group or something else where you don't get credit for it. Because the issue is financially they get credit for stuff.
That's why we don't listen to R. Kelly to this day. But I mean, some of us do. Some people don't.
I was about to say, like, there's a whole cookout you can go to right now, and they are stepping in the name of love.
We need to say something about that.
What do you say?
Turn it off.
But here's the thing: for the person who that could be the closest thing to family moments that they have. I'm being honest. Yeah. I'm being honest with you. This isn't me because I don't play it. But I'm saying for the person, the auntie and uncle who that's their community song.
Play something else. You can play Cha Cha Style Wobble.
You got nobody trying to Cha Cha. Like, no.
You go ahead and step in the name of love, Law.
No, but the thing, one thing I want to say is we live in a selfish world too.
We do.
So I think nobody cares if it doesn't affect them, personally, and that's really what the bottom line, what it comes down to. But it's a push and pull to that because when you don't leave people accountable for their actions. And as you can see, even with the R. Kelly situation, the nigga lied all the way up until he was jail. Convicted. Exactly.
He's still lying.
Right.
He ain't told the truth yet.
So it just tells you everybody just has it out for themselves, and they just don't. It's them.
But but again, like, if I'm gonna put my creative hat on, it's always on. Sorry, but like. I think about the creatives who may not know half the things that somebody else has done. Now, granted, the Kel situation is different. Let's step back. Let's talk Cosby Show. Mm-hmm. Let's talk Cosby Show. Let's just for the sake of the conversation. Let's talk for the sake of conversation. How many writers, producers, actors, all of those people who now we are cutting off from being supported financially for the craft that they've done because of one man's selfish decision? That's not okay.
That's true. That is true.
That's not okay in my mind. Like, there should be some way where we can make it so that the offending person is no longer receiving revenue from what said opportunity, whatever it is, all that comes with it, but there can still be some sort of financial gain for the other parties. And let me say this, as much as y'all think y'all cancel that show, there's a whole network running it.
Let me tell you right now.
but like that. But think of that across the board for the way that art works. It is a collective effort to bring something to life. It is,
and when you choose the wrong motherfucker to head it.
But what if you don't? You never chose that.
Yeah, you didn't choose.
Like, no, if someone told you,
luck of the draw.
If someone told you,
it's just bad luck.
Bad luck. You're the one.
Look, you can't tell me when Good Fridays was dropping and Ye called your phone, you not like, yo, I'm on it.
That's a different time.
But that's the problem.
Saying, like,
there's a retroactive effect of Ye now versus Ye then.
Nothing really happened while those, like, it's always after the fact.
Right.
It's always after the fact. So that plays an even bigger part. Like you said, I didn't choose, knowing he is this person or acting like that, but you have to serve the repercussions just because you're associated.
Ty Dolla $ign just posted something like having to make a statement because they just did that collaborative album.
But honestly, Ty,
that was a little late in the game.
Past years. Like, Ty.
Let's be serious.
Well, it's two things about Ty Dolla $ign.
Tyler.
Damn, that's Ty Dolla $ign. What did he do?
No, all I'm saying is, like, that's just a feature guy. Like,
yeah.
He don't hurt nobody.
I mean, the same. I feel bad for Party Next Door, like having to jump on. There's guys that play
was
that
a choice.
role.
A choice.
What? What else was he gonna do? What else was he doing?
That's a good point.
Exactly. He was gonna get on that album with Drake.
Call Kendrick.
Exactly. Please.
Can you imagine a party in Kendrick record?
That would be great
for the people. But no, but honestly, like this, because this has been something I've thought about often. Like, why does all creatives involved get penalized for one person's actions and efforts? Especially when it's something that you didn't know about, you didn't sign up for, and you detest yourself. You know, I think that hurts.
So
Jasmine Sullivan has a great song on that
we'll
Love
never
album
hear it.
That you cannot play.
We'll never hear it.
Yeah.
So what should we do? No, we should not play it.
Nah. But no, I mean,
what the fuck is going on here?
Nah, run that from the top. I mean, I think the reality is that there has to be some sort of legislation. There has to be some sort of legal.
So, question:
you're talking about? Wait, what do we do as a people, or what do we do as like the
We're not getting no legislation in play for people to get.
We got legislation for worse.
Right.
What you about to say,
Kennedy
J-Law?
Center.
Goddamn Kennedy Center.
God damn it.
Do you think are the cancellations because of a financial thing to cripple them, or is it just you don't want this name having any public notoriety?
For me,
like when like when the Cosby Show gets canceled, or when you're not playing the songs no more, or do you think it's more of a financial thing, or is it just his name just doesn't need to ring bells nowhere to have any type of?
I think it's a mix of both.
Okay.
I think it's a mix of both, because when you hear that album, now you're starting to think about all the things that he did, and then you're in support of that. I don't know. For me, that's how I feel, but I also think like it's a deeper conversation about cancel culture and how dangerous that is. But that's another podcast.
Yeah.
Take it further.
I have to get my notes together. I don't know how I feel. I don't know.
That's a heavy topic, right?
I have no notes.
Throw that on
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about cancel culture.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's a two-handed
as far
sword.
as so yes, to the point of brand recognition, brand naming, right?
Okay.
Like again, that name, it's marketing. Now another generation knows it. Like the idea is that it does get passed on. However, I think that there could be some sort of way. Like I would like it if it pops up on the screen. We don't fuck with this person anymore.
but listen, here's the step show. In the name of love.
No, but here's the show, because again, like how many the stories that come out about how many black households came out of the show Cosby Show.
The Cosby Show.
Cosby. I know how.
Why are you saying it like
you had this look like we kissing everybody. The Cosby Show. So like black households, like you saw a doctor, you saw these big roles, and then even down to
I will say this. This is how
world.
I feel. This is how I feel. Because I do have a box set of the Cosby Show at my house right now. I feel as if it's a different conversation when you're saying R. Kelly music, because he made music about sex. He made music about the things in the times period where he was doing those things. The Cosby Show, he was not drugging or raping women in the show.
So when the art is inspired by the nastiness, that is when you gotta cut the nastiness off.
But we still like the nastiness.
I don't like. What are you talking about?
All right, y'all not about to sit here and say R. Kelly did not have the hit. We're not about to do that. It's one thing to cancel, but it's one thing to lie.
Pause in the show. I don't like the nastiness.
All right,
no, but no, Law. I wish I ain't gonna have you go out like that.
Ignition? What? Come on now. We not about to play dumb. Like, I'm not in support, but them. Come on now. I was 10 years old. Yeah.
Those singing Ignition and crazy.
Oh my! We were talking about Kanye West.
Yo, but you know what's funny?
No, I don't know what's funny.
I'm gonna tell you.
This is why I can't do this show with y'all.
Y'all lying.
Nah.
Y'all lying.
But you know what? But I was gonna say, because Hove erased the best of both worlds from his catalog. Like, we don't talk about it at all. No, they had two albums together
and went on tour together.
They had and hit records. So that's a perfect example of someone who just that's a dub. Get rid of all of that. It's not even worth it. Like, he don't perform none of them records.
Lord, what if Jay-Z stuff is that's again?
Yo, chill out.
That's gonna break it. That's gonna.
I'm done.
That's gonna collapse the industry, right?
I'm done. I'm out. Like I don't
the
even
whole thing is a lie.
I don't even need music.
Everything's a lie.
Honestly,
I'm
Kendrick is all on you.
it.
Kendrick, we need you. Hip hop savior.
We gotta get out of here. It's all falling apart.
No, but I mean, I'm glad we can have it in a lighthearted way because this is a conversation that is.
It makes me sad.
It does because to your point.
Why can't this happen to the whites?
It does.
I mean,
we
just
don't
not in
get,
that.
like,
just,
oh, you want to go now? You want a whole nother pod?
I done had 3 different
Harvey
podcasts.
Weinstein did all of that.
Oh yeah,
and do we
he
hear
did.
anything?
He did.
Yeah, I mean, we still watch his movies.
We still watch them because we don't fucking know what they are.
Exactly.
Okay,
they do it behind closed doors.
I was about to say, yeah.
So
they hide it really well.
it's just it's Bill Cosby trying to buy NBC.
You got the Hotep hats on now. We got the Hotep hats on.
But
Are we rating R. Kelly albums now?
Whoa.
How did we get there?
See? And you talk about we don't take it serious.
I had a little rant, but damn.
I gave ignition.
I thought we liked the nastiness.
Rating in 2025 is crazy.
Chocolate Factory is nice. Exactly. We got to clip
saying,
all this.
Everybody who went and I went to that played Step in the Name of Love divorce, so I think that's a sign.
It's only right. It's
Had
only
the streets
right.
on lock.
Chokehold.
Jesus Christ. Y'all, back on track, please.
Go ahead. You got it.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
No. Okay.
I think to wrap it up. Look at me wrapping up.
Proud of you.
But I think to wrap it up, I think like we have to find a way to commit. And like if it's wrong, in my opinion, if it's wrong, you got to cut it off. Like it's only so far you can separate the art from the perpetrator or the artist, if you want to, for a better term.
I think Kanye has definitely met that moment.
Yeah.
At first, I think it was, he has mental health issues, but now the rampage that he has been on, he's in the bucket with the Puffs, with the Cosbys, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think his last straw. I think his last straw for me was the Van Lathan when he called him out of TMZ, and he was like, you're speaking and your reality is like the words that you like when he made the slavery is a choice phrase, and that was when Van was like, you're saying things because you're here,
right?
But there are real life consequences and actions because white people don't care what J-Law say off the streets. They don't care what Kadeja or Cook say off the streets. They care about what the hottest person says right now. Mm-hmm. He's cool. He said this is a choice. Now I got to smack Billy upside the head because he's telling me that slavery is a choice. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference. Like, the difference is when your actions actually have real world impact for people who are marginalized and people who often don't get a chance to be anything in these spaces.
Have to be held accountable.
You have to be held accountable, but that's also on the marginalized to hold you accountable. Mm-hmm. We gon' like if I see any Ye merch from anybody, you gotta take it. Like, run that.
Have a conversation.
Run that. Take it off. Stop it out. Law said that, but his shipment on the way.
That you about the Sean John shirt.
That's crazy. Now that's crazy.
Yo.
I deny all allegations.
Allegations.
Nah, I'm just talking about the Yeezys I already own. That's all.
Damn, what happens to the Yeezys that you already own?
Got
they
them
still
on.
get
Put them
warm.
on.
I put that shit on.
Y'all, I thought exactly. You see?
No, I know. I need to stand on business. I do.
I don't know.
I can say myself, I need to stand on business.
If it was purchased before that happened,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, what happens if it's like purchased before? But
I
at
mean,
the
it
same
was,
time,
but it is what it is.
I respect that.
Sometimes you got to just be,
accountable to yourself.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Right. If
I
it
mean,
makes you feel a certain type of way,
you gotta be mindful of your own voice and your own platform.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize that. I mean, even us, we gave a lot of air to a lot of people that people do not need to hear from this episode. But I think that this conversation has to happen.
That's a bar.
This conversation has to happen because I think that there is an impact on both sides as creatives, because more opportunities should be given to more creatives of color. Yeah. We should be like, he does not represent us. He does not. Yes, he was innovative. Yes, he was inspiring, but he does not represent the voice of me and mine at all. Mm-hmm. And I can say that wholeheartedly that, beyond this episode, there's no no air for me with him.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm cool. Like thanks to the old version of you and that gave everything that we do salute, because you made it in a time where it wasn't easy to make it, but
and gave us great records too. Not
only
like,
records but artists, collaborations, like just innovation in general. Like as a we talk multidisciplinary artists, creatives, like you really kind of framed what that could look like on that level.
You did, and
that's cool, that's cute. But if you don't just get the out the way, because I'm not going, kids watch
after this whole entire pod.
That's why I censor myself. But yeah, I mean, like I said, and to those that do tune in and support, cool, but keep it away from me.
I feel the same. I feel as if, it has come to a time where there must be something said and you have to stand on one way or the other. And we've been here before. We've been here with Diddy. We've been here with that other guy that we mentioned a lot. And people have taken sides. I wish that we could be a united front and that the culture could say, no, we're not allowing that. You're dead wrong and we're not supporting you anymore. But we're living in a country where you can choose a side. So choose your side wisely.
Also, one thing I will say too, it's nasty work for people who also choose this opportunity to leverage their own type of play. From like the documentaries, the stories, I got like, if you ain't say nothing when it was happening to stand up for people, don't leverage it now and try to make a buck personally. Now, I understand that is not to the victims. Victims, that's completely different. This is for the people who were around passively supporting things until it no longer benefited them. I think you deserve to get put away too.
I'm interested in what you're talking about.
I mean, just like you said, like you get like the bodyguards that come out and talk
and
about, like be like, oh, I saw this. Like, if you saw all this, then you should be there with them, like,
or at least step away.
Yeah,
that's my thing. If you ain't gonna say at least disassociate yourself, but you still working for them after the fact.
When you found out, that's curtains. It's curtains. Yeah.
Well, guys, we don't really have anything to rate because this was just a complete rate the level of a crash out.
Recommend. Here's our recommendation. Turn it off. Turn the TV off. Turn his TV off.
Go get some help, my nigga. Like, go seek a professional and pray for your kids. That's what I have. Unfortunately, the legacy is done, and now I can't listen to Late Registration no more.
What a classic.
Hurts.
Y'all,
it's so hard.
The people in the back are saying that we're bullshitting, but when I tell you I'm not listening, I'm not listening.
Nah, I skip songs on the way over. You know what song it hurt to skip the most to? It's gonna be mad corny, but Champion. That joint was like
a
real.
Good one. That is a good one.
Get you up, watch your seat. What y'all got to say?
What exactly? Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Oh, now that's your man's. Y'all need a podcast.
Do your episode.
Y'all got so much to say.
That'll be on the Patreon.
Exactly, full episode on the Patreon while we cook these niggas. Anyway,
we were going to talk about something else, or is that? I feel like we did a lot of talking.
I mean, I think we're good. Is there anything else that we want to discuss with the people? Black History Month.
Oh no, that was it. Oh, it was the Kennedy Center.
How do we? I mean, me. So yes. So I mean, and this is just in lieu of canceling and stepping away, because it has been announced that somehow that president that we have in office is deciding to, I don't know what role, hold on, let me get the specific role that he's deciding to be on the board of the Kennedy Center.
Yeah, he has so much time between all of the things.
Yeah, because presidency don't take that much out you. You know what I mean?
Silly, you have the time to run a whole performance arts center down at the DC.
Whole thing. So he is the Kennedy Center Board of Trustees voted on Wednesday to install President that guy as chairman of the board, cementing his plan to announce overhaul of the storied art institution as he helms it. So, since that announcement has happened, two things in real life has happened. One, Shonda Rhimes stepped down. She said, y'all got it. Say less. Two, Issa Rae, who had an event at the Kennedy Center next month, said, again, y'all got it. For reasons that y'all know.
And the president also was fired. Long-term president of the Kennedy Center was fired.
And yeah, and let me read Issa's note because I want to make sure people have content. Issa says, "Hey DC fam, thank you so much for selling out the Kennedy Center an evening with me. Unfortunately, due to what I believe to be an infringement on the values of an institution that has faithfully celebrated artists of all backgrounds through all mediums, I've decided to cancel my appearance at the venue. All tickets will be refunded. Thank you so much for understanding, and I hope to see you soon. Shout outs to Issa. Clap it up for Issa. Clap it up for Issa for sure. And it sucks because there's so many things that happen there, like the Mark Twain Awards, like where they. I mean, Kevin Hart won one recently. Who else did they? Again, a lot
Amazing
of culturally
there. I went to see the Alvin Ailey production there, which is an all-black dance troupe. Amazing, beautiful art, as well as, like you said, like amazing programming from diverse backgrounds right here in the heart of DC, so close to the nation's capital. And it's heartbreaking to see how far-reaching that his impact is going to have. And we're just getting started. I hope that things shift and change. But again, the fact that he's like touching things that are so close to me, even the culture, like for the TikTok ban with this particular, it's like, God damn, we can't have nothing. So, and it's very, very irritating.
And what really is happening that I'm noticing, like they're understanding the value in what we're doing with culture, and also the power that we have when we have the capacity to think
to come together.
Because that I think was also a big reason that he was like, oh, government workers got to come back in office, because he didn't want them to have the work-life balance where you can, be there for your kids and actually start your own businesses and all that. So I do, man, I'm not no big conspiracy theory type of person, but I will say that it is on us creatives in this season to build the ecosystems that we believe that we know need to take place. Like, you can't, you're not guaranteed anything other than what you can build and control yourself. So yeah, man, it's a wash, yo. And shout outs to, again, Everything Nice was at the Kennedy Center. There was another, what's the group that they partner with often? Everything Nice, Adobo. Was that the other? Yeah, Adobo was also another organization that had events there. Man, for the artists and creatives, build your own.
No, facts. And I think, like you said, if you don't align, step away. One thing I do hope is it's not just a step away from Issa. I hope it's I don't know what her involvement was. I don't know if she was just a guest, if it was something that she wanted to, kind of pioneer, but a pivot. So if it's not there, have it somewhere else.
That's what I was thinking.
Not just step away. I'm not sure what's gonna come from it, but I would love for that.
The Art Center.
Right?
Yeah, no,
it's so
for real.
many other options.
I would hope that they could pivot to something else and not just step away.
Because that's what they want.
Exactly.
You to stop, to cease, to silence yourself. Yeah.
When you stop caring and you just turn the other cheek, that's what they want, because they're taking the control.
Lord knows what they're gonna have up in there now. Like the Proud Boys choir. Jesus Christ. Well, guys,
this was our saddest episode to date.
Fun episode. Oh my gosh!
So glad I got my Super Bowl win off last episode,
y'all. So we have some resources for you all. I know I do, at least. You got one, Law?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so I have one. I'll start. It's called Repurpose.io, repurpose.io. In the time frame where, TikTok may still be banned, y'all. It's not over. Potentially, like, it may be out of here. It's a website where you can repurpose your TikToks and your IG reels to YouTube, and you can kind of spread your love all over the place. That sounds kind of crazy. But yeah, check it out. It's a free resource. You can get 10 free repurpose reels. And then it's also some pricing plans too. Why are y'all laughing at me? I swear to God. So yeah, y'all, repurpose.io. Check it out.
Relax. Mine wasn't at the tail end of a conversation of some people
spreading seeds.
So my resource is Midjourney. Midjourney is an AI app for images that you can create. I know when AI first started, ChatGPT, DALL-E was associated with that, but Midjourney, I don't think they're connected. It's just a higher level resource that you can use for AI images. And the thing that I like about it is they have a Discord that goes along with it, so you're able to connect with different people to get inspiration, to kind of use it, for me, use it for like a mood board for any ideas that you have in your head, and you're like, I wonder what this looks like visually.
That's cool.
So I think it's great for visual artists to use. And this AI thing is like crazy, and I know a lot of people are against it because they don't think that it's coming from, you know, the creators, and it's taking the human aspect around it, but it's not going anywhere. So you better use it to your advantage.
Integrate it.
And make it useful to what you can provide as well. Don't just use AI and leave it there. Add your human touch to it to make it one of a kind. And I think that's very important. But Midjourney, definitely check that out.
Yes. What you got, Cook?
I don't got nothing for us.
I know.
It's cool. I mean, honestly, the resources y'all out there, because we building our community. So tap in with
Facts.
us. You know, like,
that was a good one.
Let us know, you know, what you do. Because we are trying to build the world that we want to envision as creators.
Yeah, put your thoughts about this pod. It was a very spicy one, divisive one. Put your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Cook, where can the people find us?
Yes, you can find us on all social channels at CTLN_network. We on the Tickies.
We are on the Tickies. I love the Tickies.
We're on Instagram, YouTube, all podcast platforms, Spotify,
Apple Music,
Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. We in these streets.
Let's go.
You know, so catch us on all those platforms. And yeah, man, shout outs to y'all, man. Even behind the scenes, shout outs to Carl,
shout out to
Matt,
our friends.
Lou. We got at home Rube, Des, Cal, everybody, man. It takes a village, it takes a community, man, and we building. So keep
Bye,
cooking.
y'all. See y'all next time.